When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. And the Gators will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense will start this game off. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
From the gun, the running back has it. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Let's take a minute here to look at the big picture for Kentucky. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Catches it at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So Florida's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has...
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown Gators! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Holds and fires complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
A strike downfield. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. The give. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Fights off a defender. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where he can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. We saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level. And with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Lagway. Unloads to the right. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Makes the grab. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. He'll keep it himself. Running into the open space. There he goes. Ball's out. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Running to the left. And that's the end of the line on that run, and it's the end of the line for the first quarter. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Back to the ground with the running back.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put them down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
They'll run the sneak for it.
And when you call the quarterback sneak, you're thinking, I'm going to fall forward and get at least a yard. But Palmer, that defensive line got in there and the QB got nothing.
Well, he's got to do a better job with the snap count, too, and try to catch the defense when they're napping. Right there, everybody was set and ready. And one more of those type plays, and this dude's losing his quarterback sneak privileges.
It is perfect. That brings him to within 1.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Finds the tight end. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. The give out of the gun. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. The Gators come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. On the option. Now the pitch. Shakes off the defender. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
Really good job by this offense, understanding where the sticks are. It's 3rd down and short. The QB makes the pitch. Good, accurate pitch. And then he does the rest. Gets north.
Touchdown, Florida! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Handoff to the lone back. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. The throw to the outside is complete. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And the Wildcats have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. He's got him. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. To the air on 1st down. Got a man. It's McGowan. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. Looking to fire. He lets one fly deep. Soft spot in the middle. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. This is a designed run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And that's a touchdown this offense absolutely had to have to keep it to a one-possession game before going in at halftime. That touchdown is going to do wonders for this team's confidence.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrams. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create.
Going for the big play. He's got it! And the big gain, they've got it on the 46. The Gators in the hurry up. Looking to throw, it's Flagway. Got the quick pass. Crosses the 30, he's got away. They've got the first down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And the Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Inside the 10-yard line, it's shoved out of bounds at the 9.
And it's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. Right down the boulevard, it's good. They take a 4-point lead here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Motion from the wideout. Back to pass. It's Flagway. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving. at the 45.
Remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Dances away. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off, but I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4 minutes.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This is a game of swings and momentum and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all 3 phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. Makes a grab deep. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Kentucky. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. UConn has the lead right now. Husky hysteria has been palpable all week across the state, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by a field goal over Duke.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads it downfield. Snags it at the 30 and still running. Hits the crease. Touchdown Gators. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And I think sometimes QBs know before the snap who they're going to. You could tell he looks to the right immediately, knows his guy's going towards the middle of the field, reads the safety, put the ball on the money, over the linebackers, away from the safety, gets the big catch, and he walks into the end zone for a touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Surges across the 30. A 6-yard run.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Third down play from the gun. Makes the catch. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with them. They'll keep it on the ground. He's in open space downfield. He's loose. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Now that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll try it over the left side. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Got his man on the right. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
And the QB just makes it look easy. Drop back, surveys the field, makes the correct decision, throws the ball where his receiver can catch it, doesn't put it in harm's way. That's a really good quarterback making it look easy.
They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. To the air on 2nd down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
It's complete to the right. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
He's standing at the 16-yard line.
So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That brings them to within 1.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see it. Turning it on! Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Buys a little extra time. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Offense setting that play up. We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking for room. It's ball. Finds a crease at the 20. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
Well, that's the best run of the day for him so far, and he's a guy that looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. He's beginning to wear on this defense a little bit. If you're on offense, you probably want to keep giving him the ball.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now it's second and goal. Give to the running back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Third and goal, where the strong come through. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. Power ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida.
Make no mistake about it. Bring in the beef, right? Bring in all the extra offensive linemen, the tight end. You know what we're going to do. We're going to line up, and we are going to smash fourth and goal situation. They are successful playing a little bully ball with the big boys up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He marched 78 yards down the field, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. He lost one down the sideline. He's got it inside the 25. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
And that's how you flip the field really quickly. Go from being on your side of the field, creating the explosive play, getting some momentum for this offense, and getting towards scoring position.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
What a great response by this defense. You give up the big play. What do? You respond right back. You get upfield, get to the quarterback, get the negative play, and get the momentum right back.
The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Firing to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
He is denied, stopped short of the goal line, trying to tie the game, and he will not get the 2-point conversion.
Kentucky, 29.
He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Gators sending the offense back to work. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Wilson. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. Makes the grab. It's Clark. He'll be stopped short of the line of game. Needed about 3 more on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He'll try to do it himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
At this point, the defense just has to bring the house to try to stop the run and get the ball back, even on 2nd and 13. Gives it on the option. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the 1st down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
Running out the clock.